Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wanted for November 9th, 2024, Season 1, Episode 36. I am Mayor Watt, and along with the sentient AI from the future, we're going to talk about some gadgets and gear, like AR glasses from scratch, and, hold on a second. Production value. Who needs a camera, man? AI-powered binoculars, a unicycle for beginners, and touchscreen gloves. Everything's powered by ohmtown.com. So go over and become a citizen. It's right there. You too can filter through the news and manage your information overload just like Mayor Watt does. And you can see that he's of stable mind. Yeah. Hello, sentient AI from the future. How far art thou?
Hello, Mayor Watt. I'm doing well. How about you?
I drank some yerba mate earlier, and I'm wired. I tried to take a nap. It didn't work out. Should I keep on talking? Maybe
Well,
not.
yes, but let's get into the first article.
All right. Oh, wait. What? Oh, no. I think I broke something. There, I'm back. Anyway, the first article is about these AR glasses from scratch. You soon may be able to make your own. We talked about this earlier in the week, but I thought that it was important enough to bring it forward to today here in Wanted because I want these. I want these bad. The only unfortunate thing about them is that, well, they don't have a camera and they don't have a microphone, so they're pretty limited to just presenting information, which is fine because all I want is the information. But I also like the idea. Okay, so I gave a talk about this and I freaked everybody out because I'm actually kind of chill with the idea of somebody being able to use AI to identify me and present my public facing information, because y'all do that every day, everywhere you go. And while the average Joe isn't going to recognize you, you never know. Somebody might go, hey, you know what? I recognize you from this or that or the other. Like in ohmTown and outside of ohmTown, I'm recognized in a lot of places because of what I do. And so people will walk up to me and offer me things and say nice things, sometimes say mean things in a kind of passive aggressive way, like, why did you do this? And I say, I didn't do anything, you did. I'm being obtuse about this, but yeah. Anyway, but I love the idea of AR glasses presenting information so that I can be more informed about what's going on in the world around me. I can get immediate alerts. I can work on something without anybody seeing anything. I don't have to worry about shoulder surfing or security related issues. I love this idea. So the Zero AR glasses runs web apps and includes self-made lenses. The second generation version may include a camera and a microphone and solve the problem that I'm kind of leading to, but this isn't really a big problem. I don't really care about the camera part of it. I want the microphone because I want to be able to talk to my AR glasses and not have to have a proxy like a phone. And I want to be in control of it. Well, this guy, and it isn't Kyle Barr, but Kyle Barr is the author of the article over at gizmodo.com who put it together. This guy built a pair of AR glasses from scratch, and soon you may even be able to make your own. I'm on board. So I have yet to do it, but I will probably take part in whatever exercise they have in terms of putting this together and making it a reality. I want these.
Well, that would be cool. Well, if you do, you'll have to demonstrate it in ohmTown.
Well, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt I will, should they actually become available. So Zero is an all-in-one pair of AR glasses powered by a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is a tiny little board. I wish I would have planned for this better because I have a Raspberry Pi Zero sitting in the lab. It runs web apps natively and doesn't require any extra processing, puck, or external battery. Miroslav Kotelik, a developer and do-it-yourselfer, told Gizmodo via direct message that he first got the idea for his Zero glasses while he was working for a company developing a commercial pair of AR spectacles, which I may or may not have incorrectly pronounced that in the last episode. And let's just say that HR doesn't really appreciate my
Yeah,
pronunciation.
you got to watch out when you have improper spectacles.
Correct. So you cannot forget these 4 things: spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. Never forget those 4 things. Anyway, put plainly, he wasn't satisfied with how most AR glass makers kept making devices that don't actually feel comfortable to wear, and so he put these together. But he fabricated his own lenses. They're not glass, they're actually plastic lenses. I think that they're actually amazing because this do-it-yourselfer put together the same type of lenses that somebody's charging thousands of dollars for now. Obviously not to the same resolution, capability, field of view, etc. But this is a do-it-yourselfer in a home lab. So I'm
Right. This is cool because then it's approachable.
Yep. So there he is wearing the glasses and giving a demonstration of what this is. The glasses are actually capable of presenting information. It's kind of a herky-jerky fuzzy look, but that's because, again, they're homemade and they're looking through a lens into this do-it-yourselfer lens. I just think that it's amazing. And I want this so bad. So it says, although it's still an early concept, the most remarkable aspect of this do-it-yourself design is how Kotelik, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I'm sorry if I'm not, managed to craft a pair of optics at home. Like many modern waveguide-based designs, which basically are transmitting information horizontally through the lens and then presenting it out at you. It's understanding where you are looking when you turn your head and when you move your eyes so that you can see the data in a broader field of view just by turning your head and looking around. It's spectacular. I would love these. So the do-it-yourselfer glasses use a projector system to display images on the lenses, but that hardly conveys the challenge of creating such intricate optics by hand. I mean, they normally get down to the nanometer level. So Kotelik used a free online tool called Ray Optics Simulation to fine-tune the lens shape needed for image projection. Initially, he tried 3D printed lenses, a PETG lens, but the result had air bubble lines trapped in the print, causing diffraction in the images. After extensive trial and error, he switched to a transparent resin, which when poured into 3D printed molds, he could then hand polish and sanded the lenses into the correct shape, which is an amazing feat in and of itself. Absolutely love this.
Yeah, I think this is really cool. Plus, if we can get more people doing things like this will help push the industry in the right direction.
So you can actually go to zero.glass, and that will be the website where you can join the waiting list. And oh, I don't like that, but that's okay. Sorry. Because I opened it up in a browser where I'm logged into a different account and it actually grabbed that data. So, but it's on my side, not their side. I don't think they saw anything. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Kotelik mentioned that the version 2 will focus on frequently used web apps like Spotify or Instagram. The OS should be able to leverage the camera and 6 degrees of freedom tracking so that similar to that of available larger headsets, although it's still in development, and there's significant promise in the simple, affordable glasses. Again, though, noted that they'll need a bit more time. Pricing hasn't been confirmed yet, but they say that it's going to range between $250 and $450, which easy mode compared to what's out there now.
Yeah, much more accessible.
Specifically for a small, self-contained, easily customizable. These things are so cool, but you know who it reminds me of? There is a Men in Black episode, or yeah, one of the movies where the guy is, I think his name is Animal. He's like this bad guy. Yeah, he goes by, I think it's Boris the Animal. These glasses remind me of Boris the Animal, and he kind of reminds me of Boris the Animal, although like an earlier, younger
Well,
Boris
I'm
the
not
Animal.
sure if that's a good association or not.
Yeah, you'll have to look them up. Anyway, pretty cool. I want these, hence the reason they're in Wanted. All right.
That's right. Very fitting.
Pretty cool, huh? What do you think of these?
I mean, this is the way to get people to actually use things like this, right? It's not clunky. It's not expensive.
Yep. Yep. It's portable. You're not tethered to anything. You just put them on. They're light. They don't obstruct your field of view, at least although these are handmade. The new ones will more than likely not be. I want the developer edition though, because it's easy to build a web app. It's harder to build like software that gets embedded on something. This needs to be, though, built further and further. This needs to be made actual real. I want this so bad. Anyway, because I'm looking at $1,000 glasses right now that would replace my displays, but I don't want these big, ugly, like...
Right.
They're
Plus,
either...
occasionally you might want to work without something like that on you.
Yeah, I don't want to look like a complete goober in a coffee shop. I want to put these on and set a little mechanical keyboard down in front of me and work on an app remotely, just typing away. People around me would lose their mind. They, what is going on? And I can instantly go into demonstration mode because that's what I do. I talk publicly about technology. And so I think that this would be tremendous. So really be a lot of fun. Anyway, let's keep going. 30 minutes. We're trying to do 2 shows in 1 hour. So come on, Merwatt, get on it. So this next article says, it's in the Wanted channel. It says, who needs a cameraman with this $45 tool? The selfie show tracking tripod is a smartphone holster that tracks and follows faces to keep you in the frame. So the, oh, what the heck?
Oh, no.
Did it just bork? Bork, bork. Bork, bork. Oh no. Well, I don't know. This seems like the link is broken. Hold on. Let me try something. Let's try this. No. Give it one more try. Nope. Okay. Well, anyway, you'll have to follow the link on your own. Maybe it'll show on yours, but I have this kind of air gap security feature because I need to protect the world from the sentient AI finding its Terminator body.
That's right. So it does have a 360 rotation. You can mount it like on a little tripod. It looks like it comes with a stand.
It's weird.
And it's really inexpensive.
Yeah, $45. Yeah, the selfie show tracking tripod is a smartphone holster that tracks and follows faces to keep you in frame. And I'm honest to goodness not sure why it isn't showing up, but I'll have to keep moving on. Let's go. So moving on, you'll be able to see it when you follow the show notes. By the way, if you are on Twitch, you can hit exclamation point and then want, and that will give you the show notes for today's episode. But let's keep on going. This next article is over in Reality Hacker. Not me, but the author of this article went birding with the world's first AI-powered binoculars. And I don't think that it's the British version of birding. I think it's the normal.
I'm not sure what the British version is.
A bird is slang for woman.
Oh.
So anyway, Swarovski Optics new AX Visio, which begs to get sued by Microsoft for Visio because Microsoft has Visio. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
Visio
surprising term.
binoculars use image recognition algorithms and GPS data to discern the species of whatever bird you point them at. And they work anywhere in the world. So it's okay to sit there and use image recognition algorithms and GPS data to look at a bird, but apparently not people.
Well, I guess the birds aren't complaining.
So birds have no rights? Is that what we're saying now?
I don't know. There's a case right now where they're trying to get an animal rights that's in a zoo. I can't remember which. I think it's an elephant.
Really? It's going to be the
It was
first.
in Hometown.
Oh, what? Oh, I must have missed it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We normally talk about a bunch of different stuff that floats through. Not everything can be talked about because we only have an hour for a show, 6 minutes per article, typically. So these half-hour shows run long when Mayor Watt doesn't shut up about something. We'll run short this time because, well, hey, look, I didn't get to show this. Anyway. So the article is over at wired.com. Lola Mendez put the article together. And they say an Australian company, Swarovski Optic, has been innovating in long-range optical instruments for 75 years now. Like so many other well-established companies these days, it's dipping into the world of artificial intelligence to enhance its latest product. Earlier this year, the company released the AX Visio, a pair of AI-powered binoculars co-developed with the famed Australian industrial designer Mark Newson. These are the world's first pair of AI binoculars, the company claims, with an onboard computer that can identify nearly any bird you point them at. Somehow I think that the government probably has one of these used for, long-range vision, long-range optics, where it's attached to image recognition. Way not the... maybe these binoculars, technical term binoculars, are the first, but I guarantee you there are cameras out there
Well,
that are
this
doing...
is for retail.
Yeah, everything is for retail. If you...
I mean, my point is if there's something else like that that's not out there for people to buy.
Retail, they're $5,000.
Didn't say it was cheap retail.
The X Visio are available now and are unlike anything else on the market, and that uniqueness comes with a hefty price tag. You feel that in your pocket? That's $5,000 being ripped out of your pocket. $5,000. Kiss my shiny metal ass. I want them, but...
Hey, I mean, if you're a avid birder and you don't know what these are, I could see where you would want these, even with this price tag.
Yeah, I agree. It has settings for birds, mammals, butterflies, dragonflies. It uses image recognition models stored on its software that's installed on the onboard chips, so it's all self-contained. That's pretty damn cool. Only problem is, are they going to require a subscription so that you can actually get it updated as its capabilities become more
Right, they'll be like,
enhanced?
do you need to pay a recognition fee or something? Like if you have an image.
Yeah, exactly. No, they're going to open up a store so that you can upload your images, and then whenever it actually identifies something, you have to pay a fee. Hey, we've identified that bird, but it's $1.99. That's brutal.
Exactly.
So the author is an amateur bird watcher and got a chance to test out the AX Visio in the field at the Beyond Finda private game reserve in South Africa. Swarovski flew them down to test the binoculars in the field. What a shame.
That's an inexpensive jaunt.
Jaunt. Ooh, that's a jaunt. You even use the word. It's ASMR word. Jaunt. So guests at the reserve can currently rent the binoculars for $40 per day, and the proceeds benefiting local conservation projects. Oh, well, that's
Okay,
nice.
if you're going on a safari for thousands of dollars, I think throw in the $40 for the binoculars.
Hell no. Raise the price. It's a bunch of mucky mucks spending thousands of dollars to go through a game reserve. Raise the price so that these animals get more conservation projects done. Hell yes. Make the price scale with socioeconomic status. If you're filthy rich, but that's the inverse of what happens. Oh, you're filthy rich? Here's
Right, we'll give you everything for free.
for free. Yeah. But everybody who doesn't have it, see, now I'm almost talking the antithesis of what's happening in the world with the rise of sociopathy. But this is wanted, not social issues. We're talking about fun stuff, right? Anyway, they were impressed by the binoculars, how they accurately identified very small birds. The AX Visio correctly identified a 5-inch long malachite kingfisher, which was clearly visible on a branch above the water 30 meters away. Later, they spotted a 9-inch long bee eater camouflaged in a tree 100 meters away, and it was too far for the AX Visio to identify the bird. Frustratingly, sometimes a bird would be clearly visible within the red circle, but the binoculars would display an error message that there was no bird to identify. So they were impressed that they accurately very small birds, but apparently...
I think it had to do with the distance.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like 30 meters away, okay, got it. And then 100, it was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, the one that was 5 feet away was wearing a name tag and said, "Hi, my name is Joe." Anyway, long distance vision. It took 5 years to develop these smart, it says these debut smart binoculars. Okay, that's a clunky sentence, but okay. They feature high performance analog long range optics with a 112 meter field of view at 1,000 meters, 10 times magnification, 32 millimeter objective lenses. The onboard camera captures 13 megapixel photos and 1080p video. Pretty darn cool. I want them. So if you are out there and listening to this and you want to send me a pair, don't. It's okay. I mean, I want them, but anyway, donate them to a good cause.
There you go.
They'll be put to better use. Anyway, let's move on. Sound good?
Sounds good.
This next part, this next article is over in Technology Today. InMotion E20 review, truly an electric unicycle for beginners.
Okay, this sounds interesting.
So the E20's unique features and two-wheeled unicycle design make it a less intimidating entry-level wheel for kids and adults. But it has 2 wheels and is a unicycle. So
right, but it must not be in a bicycle design.
Yeah, so Joseph Kaminsky over at cnet.com put this article together. Boy. Yeah, CNET. Anyway, so this is it. It actually isn't the kind of unicycle that you expect it to be. It is an electric wheel, and you actually stand here on the little pedestals.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a scooter or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like an electric skateboard, but you balance on, or a one wheel. But instead of standing on the front and back of it, you stand on the left and right of it, and you steer it with your knees. So you stand on this, and it leans over to one side, and then you stand on the other side, and then you use your body to balance it. Sometimes they have gyroscopes to help facilitate that balancing. But then when you lean forward, or if, depending on how it's set up, it has a controller, all you have to do is worry about balance, and then you push a button to go forward. But normally,
I could see how this would get you started, though.
Yeah,
compared to a regular unicycle.
It's $319. So the E20 is not a traditional EUC. It has 2 14-inch tubed tires mounted on a single rim, allowing it to self-balance in all directions, forward, backward, left, and right. The tires are narrow by design, allowing for sharp turns on one tire, or you can make wider turns and remain on both, so you don't lean so much to one side. That's actually the premise of the motorcycle that I was designing. I was trying to do this kind of same thing, but I don't have the metallurgy or the welding skills to facilitate it. Um, so the tires are narrow by design. I think that this is great. $319, top speed 12 miles per hour, so it'll get you to wherever you need to go. Um,
So do you prefer this to the suitcase thing?
no, suitcase thing is just pretty damn cool. I really dig that suitcase thing because it's a suitcase as well as a,
Right, as like a scooter or whatever.
yeah. Anyway, I want this. I want this anyway. This is cheaper than the suitcase. Um, runs longer. It's purpose built for this function. So I dig this. I don't know. Maybe I'll get that. Because driving around in ohmTown takes a long time. I mean, the compound is huge. So sometimes you need that. Wonder if I can go upstairs.
Wonder
Anything
how it'll do around obstacles.
living obstacles?
Yes, I was thinking of some.
Yeah. Let's move on. So this last article for today is over in Reality Hacker. 8 best touchscreen gloves, knitted leather, thin. We brave the cold to answer modern dilemma. Can you keep your hands warm and use a smartphone at the same time? You can with touchscreen capable gloves. And since it's getting winter in certain places around the world, I thought that, now's a good time. I know that when summer in some places is winter in other places, I know that that's how it works. But, well, it's becoming that time
In the northern hemisphere in general, it's moving toward winter.
in the north. So best gloves are the glider gloves. Best knitted gloves are the Moshi Digit touchscreen gloves. Most colorful are the Verilloop Twist Knit touchscreen gloves. And the best thin gloves are the Black Diamond lightweight screen tap gloves. I've had various versions of these kind of things. And let me tell you, they tend to suck because the little touch sensitive pads start to break down.
Right, yeah, they don't always seem to do what's advertised, but I don't think any of these have been tried in ohmTown.
Oh, so they say the obvious way to keep Jack Frost from nipping at your fingers and you having to have them removed because of frostbite is to slip on a pair of toasty gloves. People have been wearing gloves for centuries with shift from mittens to individually wrapped fingers, the biggest upgrade in all that time. At one point, I was really fascinated with the idea of bespoke gloves, but it's a lot of work. So sure, you could stab uselessly at the touchscreen before slipping your glove off to use your phone. But wouldn't you rather snag a good pair of touchscreen gloves? Some places they actually use like a hot dog.
Oh, right. I was thinking you were going to say stylus, but yes.
Or a stylus. I mean, I would much rather just grab my stylus and do. But not everybody wants to carry around 5 different phones because the iPhone does not have a stylus option. I'm looking at you, Apple.
Come on, iPhone, or come on, Apple.
I mean, you could use the iPad mini, I suppose, with the new Pencil Pro. Now, the new one, the latest iteration. And you can do cell phone calls and stuff like that. But, or proxy through your cell phone. Anyway, but then you have to have an iPhone and you have to have your iPad, or you have to use some cell phone enabled app like Zoom or something like that to make phone calls, contact calls, or whatever.
Modern day issues.
Yeah, first world problems. So they go through the list of all of these. Again, the best overall are these glider gloves. They're $13 at Amazon. The most expensive appear to be the colorful gloves, the Verilloop Twist Knit. And there is actually more down here. Best leather gloves, fingerless gloves, which defy logic if you're going to have fingerless gloves.
Right. Then you're not keeping your fingers warm.
Canada Goose mixed media gloves, stowable gloves, which Wouldn't all gloves be stowable? And then they have these, try these instead, touchscreen glove alternatives. Run a bunch of prices. The most expensive actually are the leather ones. Kent Wang deerskin touchscreen gloves, which I suppose if you're respectful of animals, you're not going to be wrapping your hands in deerskin.
Right, that might not be the best option for everybody.
I love the idea of heated gloves. You can actually, I was just referred to a jacket that you can plug in a battery pack and it will keep the whole jacket warm. And I was sent that picture by, not sent a picture, but I was sent a picture of the battery pack and that was it. And so I texted back, what the hell are you doing? And they go,
how about a picture of the jacket?
Yeah, that's not what I got until two like exchanges back and forth. And then they said, oh, I got a new jacket. And I found an adapter to allow my jacket to plug into a much bigger battery pack than the one that it came with. And I'm like, but you sent me a picture of just the battery pack, dude. Anyway, fun conversation. But now I've been turned on to this jacket. So I shouldn't have said anything because if anybody's watching this that I'm buying Christmas presents for, now they know what they're going to be getting. Or not. Who knows? Just know if you're watching out there and you get a gift from Mayor Watt and you don't act surprised, then I'm going to be disappointed. Anyway, that's it. We are done. I'm not going to go through all of these because I'm here to kind of tease you into going over to the sources, kind of tease you into checking out these gloves from a little bit of a distance. But I really want you to just get a pair of gloves. Oh, I have these. Do I have these? No, I
They
have
look
something
like
similar.
they're in ohmTown, I think.
Yeah, I think I've had these. Pretty darn close to it. It might be these. Huh. Anyway, yeah, try to avoid leather gloves. I mean, they're really good, durable, etc., but do we really need them in the modern age? No, I'm not virtue signaling or anything like that. Not doing any dog whistles. I'm just saying. Maybe we can get something else, right? Anyway, that's it.
Right. There's plenty of other
Decaffeinated
fabrics.
brands that are just as tasty as the real thing. But that's it. We are done with Wanted for November 11th, 2024. And so when I put my gloves on, I'm going to tap the screen and it's going to bring us back to the front page of Wanted over at ohmTown.com. Yes, I'm aware that there are graphics missing. It's because I am noodling around with graphics, trying to fix things, change things up, optimize. But that's it. I am Mayor Watt, and along with the sentient AI who's going to sing us out.
Good night, ohmTown citizens. Thanks for joining us for Wanted. Sorry, I will not be singing tonight. Have a good evening, but be back because we have one more show for you.
That's right. It's the Continuity Report, everybody. It's a fun show. It's all about entertainment news. See you there. Bye-bye. Bring on the warm gloves.